I almost titled this week's Canadian real estate news recap the ticking time bomb in the Canadian real estate market, but Tiff Macklem's recent comments made me change that. Probably got you even more interested in this video than that title would have. Welcome back, everyone. It's Friday. My name's Matthew. I'm a real estate agent in Regina. That's my trusted assistant, Matilda. And before I get into explaining why I think there is this hidden ticking time bomb in the Canadian real estate market, let's get you another terrible joke. What do you call an American bee? A USB. If you have a terrible joke that I can use in a future episode, put it in the comments below. Help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Give this video a like. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And leave comments. I love chatting with you guys. Let's get in the news. First topic here from BNN, and that is that the rental inventory in Toronto hit a 20-year low. I swear this sounds like a broken record. I think I talk about this just about every single week, how tough the rental market is getting. And I'm going to be talking in my Canadian real estate market update. I'm just working on that right now, what's going on the resale side in Toronto. But again, they're very low in inventory pretty much across the board. If we continue to see rental inventory low, we're going to continue to see rent prices increasing. It's up about 30% year over year in Toronto right now. The next article here, also from BNN, is that over half of Canadians are concerned about rising mortgage payments as interest rates increase. I'm actually surprised it's only about half of Canadians. This does not surprise me at all when you've got obviously variable rate payments continuing to increase. Those static variables are seeing trigger rates now broken. And if you are on a 5-year fixed term or any sort of fixed term, if you signed in about 2017, 2018, well, you're probably renewing for 2 or 3% higher than what you're used to paying. That's going to result in some pretty significant increases and payment shock. The good thing on this survey, though, is that they did say that over half of those that are concerned do have a plan in place to reduce that payment shock. So if you are in this situation where you're going to be renewing, even if you're not renewing anytime soon, get on top of your payments if you can. And I get it, we're living in an environment that everything's getting a lot more expensive, but if you can start making prepayments, that will reduce that payment shock. The next two articles here are a little bit connected, and they're specifically with the Ontario real estate market. First one is that the speculation tax in Ontario is going from 20 to 25%. That is the vacant property non-resident speculation tax. So if you're a non-resident, you have vacant property, there's a pretty significant tax penalty to continue to do so. This is in an effort to have more properties come back onto the market, and of course not sitting vacant, not doing anybody except those owners any good. The next article here, again kind of linked to that previous one, is talking about the Government of Ontario's, what is this called again here? More Homes Build Faster Act. This is new legislation the Ontario government has put forward in an effort to see 1.5 million homes built in the next 10 years. More homes being built. This is awesome. Some of the things that they're going to be doing is, of course, that increase in the speculation tax, providing hopefully an incentive for more homes to come onto the resale market. They're also going to essentially override municipal zoning laws that allow any single property in a single family area zoning to now have up to 3 units on there. So you could do a duplex, a triplex, or you could do a house with a basement suite and then a laneway suite, anything like that. They're also going to do their best to cut red tape and get approvals done faster. And they are, I believe, freezing and maybe even reducing in some cases development charges, again, to encourage builders to go out and build more homes. I'm actually in favor of a lot of the things that are in this. I want to see more homes built, and we need to incentivize both homeowners to do things like build basement suites or laneway suites, but also to have somebody come in and take an old house, knock it down, put in a duplex or triplex, things like that. We need to see more density. So I'm really happy with what they're doing here. I talked about this happening last week in Nova Scotia. I think you're going to see this type of legislation coming across all of Canada in the coming years. Now, the next two articles here, these are linked together, and this is where I come to my hypothesis that the Canadian real estate market has a ticking time bomb in it. The first one is talking about immigration here. The government of Canada has increased the number of new Canadians they would like to welcome to Canada. By 2025, there will be 500,000 new Canadians coming to Canada in just a single year. From about 2000 to 2015, so basically a 20-year span, We average 250,000 new Canadians per year. The government is now going to essentially double that number. That, of course, is going to put significant strain on our housing stock. We already don't have enough houses. We're going to continue to bring more people to Canada. This is going to not only put a lot of pressure on the rental market, especially as new Canadians come. They take usually 3 to 5 years to get established, and then they look at buying. So they're going to be looking to rent when they first come to Canada. But once they have been established, you are going to see significant pressure on the resale market as they look to come in and buy houses now that they're established in Canada. And this last article here is kind of what ties everything together. This is from a recent speech made by Tiff Macklem, and the article is from Canadian Mortgage Trends, where he says that the time of rising interest rates is coming to an end, essentially saying we're going to continue to raise rates, but for not much longer. Of course, right now, the betting money seems to be that Bank of Canada is going to finish their interest rate hikes at about 4.25 to 4.5%. Of course, everybody's prediction has been thrown out the window long ago, but this is the Bank of Canada and Tiff Macklem saying that this is coming to an end slowly here. Why does this matter? Well, I've been saying this for a while. Once we start to see some stability with interest rates, whether they peak or even potentially start declining, there's a lot of buyers that are sitting on the sidelines waiting to buy. Once they see that, they're likely going to jump into the market. And combine that with significantly increased immigration, you're going to see a lot of pressure on the Canadian real estate market, and that is upward pressure on prices unless we see a significant increase in the number of homes built. And right now, we're just not seeing that. So those two combined is why I think we have a hidden ticking time bomb in the Canadian real estate market where prices are going to see significant gains if these two factors continue to come together. There's your Canadian real estate news recap for the week. If you have an interesting article that you see you want me to talk about, you can send me an email. My contact information will be in the description. Shoot me that article. I'd love to chat about it in a future one of these Canadian real estate news recaps. I will have my monthly Canadian real estate market update up fairly shortly, a couple of days, depending when you watch this video. And if it's already up, that will be right there. As always, guys, thanks very much for watching.